Hello, friendly nerds. You have once again joined us for another episode of The Last Nerds on Earth presents The Five Crystals. I am Andrew, your host this week. I also play your best friend Carley, the Fire Genasi. The last time you joined us, we explored a ship that was actually pretty dangerous, but we didn't spring any of the traps. Was it the divine intervention of Lathander? Or was it investigating a lock for too long? Anyway, will we finally make it to Waterdeep? What will happen to Oliver? Find out right now.
So you four reconvene in sort of the middle of the deck, and the night's, winding up, I guess. The day's winding down, and, the crew is beginning to eat dinner, and one of them's waving at you guys to join them in the galley below deck, if you would like to.
Yeah, I'll go away with him.
I joined the crew in the galley.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I go too.
It's kind of somber. Nobody's really talking a lot, partly because they lost crew members today. They lost parts of their family, and then another part is basically they're just tired. It was a long day. After the fight, they had to dig out the thing, and so there's some murmurs. Just quiet conversation. That was fucking crazy. What did you do? I stabbed a guy. Oh, I got stabbed. Oh, that's crazy. I didn't stab you. I know. And you guys join a table with a couple of the sailors who are sitting there. It's the same two sailors, actually, that took you out on the boat. One of them had waved you in. And they say, hey, so what are you guys going to Waterdeep for?
Well, we got a mission.
Go mission. Like,
Yeah, we don't know what it is yet. We're adventurers.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, and they suddenly realize they notice the little symbol, the little emblem you guys carry on you that signifies you as the Adventurers Guild. They see those signets sort of in different parts of your clothing, and like, oh, okay, cool, yeah. How do you like that? Is that cool? Yeah, you guys like fight monsters and stuff, and like dragons. Have you guys seen a dragon?
Oh, I see a dragon every day. And I look over at Aligrax and just smile.
And they're like, yeah, wait. Oh.
He's terribly racist, but
I love dragons.
that's what they all say. I bet you have a dragon for a friend, don't you? Means you're allowed to say whatever you want.
I do, friend.
I've got a dragon president. So, okay, cool, yeah. But have you like, you've gone on like, have you gone on like big adventures though? Yeah. They're like itching for a story.
Well, we had this doppelganger, like shifty thingy.
Oh yeah, I've heard
it.
It
was pretty crazy, and this shifty gnome, and some fish people.
Yeah, no, we were there. We were there for the.
Yeah, that's pretty much it so far.
Off telling stories, Carley.
Oh.
Well, you could tell the story. I just like saying things.
If it's stories you want, imagine my surprise when going into a cave or under a gigantic tree underground, rescue a little gnomish girl.
Oh
and
yeah, okay.
All of a sudden, they find her, tell her to follow us, and all of a sudden, a friend over here's got a knife in his back.
Whoa, what? Oh, who stabbed you? Did the little girl?
It was the little girl. Little did we know, little girl, morphs into a large doppelganger type thing.
No.
Yeah, not as innocent as we thought.
No way. Oh man.
And you best believe I got my revenge on her.
Oh man, yeah. Are you okay? Do you still have the scar?
Yeah, not really anything I'd rather show right now. Kind of in my on the back and stuff, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I do got scars.
Right. Whoa, that's cool. These guys went like surfer dude on me.
Whoa,
dude. Yeah, cool. Right. Oh man, so you guys are adventurers. That's awesome. Glad you know these guys are adventurers. Yeah, man. I was here. I saw it, dude. I'm sitting. I'm right next to you, Theo. Come on, man. God. Sorry about Theo, man. Listen, hey, we wanted to thank you guys for what you did today. That was really amazing. We've heard of adventures, and honestly, we didn't know you were adventurers, but we've also heard of some of them not really working out before. Some of them don't make it, is what we heard. you know, even after they graduate the academy. And we've had security teams on here before that really weren't worth the money we were given. So I just want to say thank you. The whole crew wants to say thank you. And like when he says that, the crew like sort of perks up and they're like, ah, ah. So listen,
On that note,
yeah, go ahead.
on that note, I'm gonna pull out a gallon of whiskey,
Oh shit!
a couple of shot glasses.
And they're like, yeah, all right, yeah. And they all sort of like crowd around. They all, you know, they're like, yeah, hey, me, yeah, yeah. Are you filling everybody's mug here?
I'm giving them each a little shot. You know,
Okay, I
some
got you.
expensive stuff.
Yeah, it is. So there's probably about 15 of them now. Even the cook takes some, and so they all, you know, throw it back, and they're yeah, and like fucking Theo's just gone, man. He just right on the table. Most of them just instantly inebriated.
I remember my first time.
They're all laughing, yeah, nudging each other. Hey, these are good guys. And you know, Clyde gets in there and he's like, hey, you're good guys, all right? If you ever need anything from us, you just ask, all right? You just say, the crew of the Oriole, you know, and you'll find us, okay? Now, if we're in town, you know, obviously, but if you need a ride somewhere, you let us know. You're all right by me.
Should know that. Thank you.
No problem. Listen, I'm gonna tuck in for the night. I think a couple of the other guys are too. But once again, thank you. Clyde gets up and he sort of rouses Theo and he almost has to carry him basically out, and a couple of the other guys. You know, people stick around, they tell you stories about, oh yeah, we went over here, we went to Waterdeep. It's sort of winding down as the night goes on. There was a bit of a party uproar once the whiskey came out, but you know, some of the sailors a little bit more lightweights than others. Then again, it is Windigger whiskey, so
Yeah, and I think I used my magic to create little versions of everybody that fought each other.
and bets were placed on them, and some money was exchanged. A small fight actually broke out, but they're all good now. So you guys are sort of sitting there and finishing up, and everything's winding down. And Clyde actually walks back in the room. He had put Theo away, and you know, he comes, hey, you guys doing all right?
Fantastic.
Thanks.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
it's a fun night.
Figured you guys would be 6 feet under after that. Whiskey's pretty strong.
Learned how to handle it.
Yeah, well, a couple of the guys went, and he looks around. There's a couple just still passed out on tables. A couple of the guys weren't so good about it. It looks like, but that's all right. You know, this is part of the life on the sea. So, hey, you guys know about Lady Bianca, right?
We know of her.
Well, everybody
Yeah,
knows about
Captain?
her, but I mean, she's kind of a secretive person for a reason. But there is one story, and it's actually the reason we're not allowed to go to Neverwinter anymore. You see, one time we were porting there all the time, transporting people, transporting cargo, whatever. And then one time, this guy comes up to us, and he's hoity-toity. You know, you can tell he's not from around there, because everybody knows Bianca. Everybody. Nobody messes with her or the Oriole crew. Just common knowledge. He comes up and says the price for docking the boat has doubled. Well, Lady Bianca doesn't like that. She says, no, it's not. He says yes, calls over some Kingsguard. She says, no, it's not. Calls over Watermelon Head. Anyways, words get exchanged. Next thing I know, there's a pile of Kingsguard on top of this tubby toad-like guy, and we're suddenly not invited back anymore. Watermelon Head didn't move, but Lady Bianca was like a blur. I couldn't keep track of her movement. She was moving so fast. Every time I looked, there was another unconscious Kingsguard. And then finally, the toad stood alone. She cracked him over the skull with one closed fist. That's it. No weapons, just a fist. Knocked out 6 Kingsguards and a toady toad man. I don't like him. I think he's a toad. Anyways, that's Lady Bianca. That's why we're not allowed in Neverwinter anymore. They put a permanent ban on the Oriole and her crew. So what do you think of that, huh?
Incredible. Why in the world does she need, four guardsmen like us if she can take a legion of Kingsguard by herself?
Well, no. I didn't say a legion. I just said 6 of them, unsuspecting fat Kingsguards. But still, by herself. The reason being,
Oh yeah.
is she doesn't like to show off. Another reason, she doesn't really want everybody to know what a certified badass she is. Most of the crew we have here didn't ever get to see that. I'm one of the only ones still left.
What happened to the rest of them?
Traded jobs, settled down, got married, had kids, that kind of life. But not for Lady Bianca. She's born on the sea, lives on the sea, she'll die on the sea. If death can even catch her, if the Raven Queen is bold enough to send anybody after her.
It's incredible.
Yeah, it's pretty
Well,
amazing.
She's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, anyways, I just wanted to give you guys a good story since you guys gave us one, and that's it. So, I'm off to bed again. Uh, if I can sleep with Theo snoring, it'll be a miracle, I'll tell you that much.
Well, best of luck.
You as well. Have a good night. And he
Night.
gets up and sort of gives a wave behind his head to you guys and walks out of the room. And at this point, it's pretty late in the evening. So if you guys want to, you can bed down for the night, and we'll wake you back up here in a little bit. Is there
Alright,
anything
that
you guys?
sounds good.
Okay. Anything you guys
Yeah.
want to do before bed?
I think I would just mention, oh, that's kind of weird. She definitely didn't show that kind of fighting above deck with the fish people.
No, not really. Maybe it's something she wants to keep under wraps.
Yeah, you would think she would do it protecting her daughter, but well, I guess Aligrax took care of that. Good job, by the way. That was awesome.
Day's work. Anyhow, I reckon we should sleep on this information.
I believe so.
All right, yeah, I'm pretty pooped out.
All right. So the four of you get up and head to your respective rooms and pass out for the night. So we'll give you guys go ahead and click on long rest in D&D Beyond, and we'll wake you guys back up. Just sort of moving you guys along a little bit here. A few days go by. Carley, you're sort of working with Willis on sort of how to get in contact with your god, say Loon, a little bit, and sort of discussing that with him about how, you know, proper rituals. He knows a little bit about her just through his studies, and so every god has their own like rituals that work a little bit better than just speaking to her. So he sort of teaches you a couple of those. He does mention Lathander more than once, not necessarily in trying to convert you, but just mention him. Hey, he's there.
Yeah, I think I asked about Lathander quite a bit.
Okay.
Just learned a few things.
Yeah, you learn Lathander is the god of new life and renewal. Basically, you can convert to him, and he also watches over newborns and everything like that. His emblem is a light road, basically a road of light traveling into a sunrise. He's a little bit vain for a god. I mean, he's a god, but he's called the Morning Lord, essentially. So with every time the sun rises, Willis is out on deck, sort of praying to Lathander, and that's where he greets you, and he shows you what he's doing and what you can do, and stuff like that. Aligrax, you're sort of hanging about, and you sort of mingle with Fareed and the Rutherfords, and you check up on them a couple more times, and they're very grateful, and you learn that they actually had a business deal go bad on them, and they're moving to Waterdeep to live with some family. And they were once extremely rich, but as of right now, they are essentially dirt poor. And they try to keep up appearances, but I mean, you guys sort of picked up on that in the beginning where their clothes were looking a little bit more threadbare than they should have been. And so they're moving to Waterdeep to be with Mumsy's sister. Fareed himself is fairly closed-mouthed. He doesn't talk to anybody unless somebody talks to him, but not really in like a shifty way per se. Like it doesn't look like he's keeping a particular secret. He just doesn't initiate conversation. He's got his own agenda, but he's not skulking around or anything like that you can tell. Oliver, you actually have found a new companion in Watermelon Head.
Nice.
Yeah, you guys sort of hang out a little bit, and he's overtly strong, being a Goliath, and you're very quick, and so you guys sort of have little games of strength versus dexterity and stuff like that. A little bit of sparring here and there, just sort of keeping up, your own combat and whatnot.
That's awesome.
And Philomena cannot be unglued from him except when Rain is around. And every chance she gets, she tries to sneak up and jump on Rain's back or attack his legs. And most of the time, you can see her coming a mile away. But you, Rain, have
Occasionally, I might let her have a win. just because.
For sure. Yeah, absolutely. And so you've actually been sort of keeping an eye on Philomena. And you've mentioned the the chef's body a couple of times again to Lady Bianca, and she mentioned that she needs more resources to figure out what she's thinking of. She don't want to like freak anybody out and doesn't want to say something that's untrue, so she says that she'll find out more in Waterdeep. But you've been sort of keeping up with your rope tying techniques and your sailing techniques, working with the crew, but mostly you've been trying to keep Philomena out of trouble, which has been a full-time job essentially. And you guys sort of just go about your days like this when on the 13th morning you see in the distance, you've been able to see the coast here and there while you're traveling, but you can see for the first time the bow of the ship pointed towards a large city. There are spires shooting into the sky, large, sprawling dwellings all the way across the coast. It almost looks like from end to end. And you also notice several large statues. You can't really make out exactly what they are, but you know by the statues and by the tall buildings that this is Waterdeep.
Yay.
Yay!
Huzzah.
You guys made it. And so your ship pulls into port with the assistance of the sailors, and they hook up to the dock and throw down the gangplank, or I guess just the walking board. And there is many docks out there, and you guys head towards the southernmost portion of it. And so you come along the shoreline, and there is just this massive wall along the edge, which you can only assume is protection against like pirates or ill wishers. And you come into the port of Waterdeep, and there are massive numbers of boats here, ranging from small fishing boats to large, like 4 times the size of the one you guys are on, galleys. You can see parts of the Royal Navy here and there, and all along the docks is just hustle and bustle. There's a lot of hustle, mostly bustle though, of people moving to and from.
Can I get a percentage of hustle to bustle?
It's probably an 80 to 20 ratio.
That's
Yeah.
a lot of bustle.
A lot of bustle. So you guys are going to pull up onto one of the southernmost docks, and you can see somebody sort of waving the boat in, sort of guiding it in, and there's a loud scrape as you guys run up against the dock. The gangplank comes down, and the crew begins unloading. Mumsy and Berkston approach you, Aligrax, as you guys are sort of standing there, sort of seeing off all the cargo, and Berkston walks up to you and he says, thank you so much for just checking in on us and making sure we're okay. Once again, I really appreciate. Where's your little friend Carley? Carley, yes. Thank you. And he turns to you, Carley, and he grabs your hand and just begins shaking. He says, "You saved my life, and you saved Mumsy's as well, and we just want to appreciate you as much as we can while we can. If you ever get a chance, look us up if you can. We're going to be uh, in the castle ward, staying near the Pampered Traveler. We won't be there, but they'll know where to find us."
Well, thank you. Perry saved you too. I kind of came in late, but you're super nice, so uh, I'm happy to do it.
Oh yes, absolutely. We've spoken and we've thanked Perid, and you guys sort of look around. Perid's gone, and you look, and he's already halfway down the dock, just sort of beelining it a little bit. Well, we tried to thank him. He's a bit closed-mouthed, but Mumsy, say thank you to the nice people. Thank you so much. We won't forget you. Thank you. And the
Yeah,
two
I
of
go
them,
in for a hug for sure.
and you know what? He hugs you back. He gives you a
Yes.
big, just tight hug, and he whispers in your ear and says, "I wouldn't be here without you. I just want to say thank you once again." And he breaks the embrace and puts his hands on your shoulders and looks at you and doesn't say anything else. Just walks off the gangplank. Him and Mumsby carrying their luggage. Willis actually comes up to you as well, and he says, "Well, I really appreciate the time we spent together. I hope everybody learned something. If you guys get bored, you know, I'm actually staying in the Trader's Ward, excuse me, at
I put you
Maelstrom's
on, man.
Notch. So if you ever want to look me up, it's just south of City of the Dead. So like I said, if you want to look me up, by all means. Maelstrom's Notch. Just ask for Willis.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I want to talk to you again someday.
And I hope to see you soon, Carley, and you keep at it. Saloon's a lucky goddess to have you.
Well, I definitely will. Thank you. Your magic's awesome, and I think I might get that magic someday.
I think you will, friend. And he shakes your hand. He shakes Aligrax's, Rain, and Oliver's hand, and gives each of you a good look, and then takes off and goes on his way. Lady Bianca walks over to you. All right, yep, hurry up there. Go ahead and get that shit unloaded, and we'll take on passengers and cargo and head back up. Listen, you four, I want to thank you. You guys did an amazing job for me, and sure, I'm glad I don't have to pay you. I'm just kidding. But no, I really don't. But I am. So, and she produces 4 bags of gold, and she hands one to each of you guys. And they're not large bags. It's 25 gold each. So if you guys want to add that to your inventory, go ahead. Listen,
Nice.
I'm just very grateful for what you did, and I don't know how I'm gonna babysit Philomena throughout all this without you, Rain.
She's a treat.
She really is. She really is.
So, if you happen to find out anything more about that incident on the
Oh, yes.
with,
Yeah, listen. I've got a few connections around here that I want to look up. Where are you guys staying at?
I don't know if we know just yet.
Probably
but we
with the
should-
Adventurers Guild, like usual.
Yeah, worst comes to worst, you can leave a message for us with the Adventurers Guild. They'll get it to us.
Absolutely, not a problem. Yeah, I think there's one. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's up in the Castle Ward. Either that or the. Yeah, it's in the Castle Ward by the Godcatcher. So, yeah, that if you guys haven't ever been here before, it's north of, basically in the northern part. Just look for the Godcatcher, ask for the Godcatcher, or maybe just the Adventurers Guild, and that'll get you up there.
Good to know.
Yeah. Well, I definitely appreciate it, and Oliver, make me a dexterity check real quick.
Oh, not good. 6
All right. As she's
plus a 9.
so 9. Okay, hang on. Let me. Oh, I get to roll now. Let me roll my dice.
Oh,
Uh oh.
oh no.
Uh oh. Hang on. Is that a D20? That's a 12. Hang on. Where's all my D20s? I got 8 of them. There we go.
Just use the 12. It's okay.
You know what? I am gonna roll the 12. It's probably gonna be higher than 9.
I
Yup.
hope it's not damage.
So as she's talking, a blur from your left, Oliver, comes streaming at you, this gray blur, and in the nick of time, you duck, and Watermelon misses a punch right at your head.
Oh.
You got lucky, dude. He rolled bad.
Oh.
I know that's not really how it works.
Right there, mate. Oh man.
And he just sort of stands and is staring at you with a big smile on his face, which none of you outside of Oliver have ever seen him do. And he just he puts a big meaty hand on your shoulder, and he just goes, "Good luck."
Same to you, my friend.
And he gives what he thinks is a gentle pat on your back, but it sort of knocks you forward a little bit. So, and then Rain, you see a tiny little critter poking out from behind Lady Bianca, and she streaks towards you, and she goes, "Ah! Ah, get ya!" And she leaps up onto your back and is stabbing you with basically a small wooden knife, and she's like, "Gotcha, gotcha, 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 gotcha."
Just, hey girl, what did I say about announcing your sneak attacks?
But I didn't. I just announced when I gotcha, and I gotcha. Gotcha!
You got me. Her rough roll hair, hand her back to her mom. Be good.
No! And then she runs away. And then runs below deck, and Lady Bianca just sort of chuckled and said, "You guys are probably the best representation of the Adventurers Guild I've ever run into. I want to thank you guys again. Good luck, and may the gods be with you."
Like they ever at your back.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
And the 3 of them sort of wave you guys off, and the rest of the crew all, "Bye guys, yeah, oh yeah, Windigger whiskey, yeah, woo, yeah, okay." And Clyde is moving a couple of boxes. Him and Theo are working on getting some of the cargo off, and he goes, "Hey, you guys have a good one. We'll see you around. Remember, if you ever need anything, As for the Oriole crew, we'll help you out.
We'll sure do that, mate.
All right, and you guys step off the gangplank, make your way down the dock, and sort of move into Waterdeep a little bit. And along the coastline, basically where the dock is, there's a long street running, and it's just called Dock Street. I didn't make that up. And what you guys are looking at is sort of a T shape. You're standing at the top of the T looking forward, and there's just one long road called Net Street. And shit, what was your Adventurers Guild number again?
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
We're
on, I got it.
3294.
Okay.
Yep, that sounds right.
And you hear a high squeaky voice. Adventurers Guild 3294. Excuse me,
Yeah.
excuse me, your Adventurers Guild number 3294.
Right.
That's us.
And you sort of look around. You can't really discern where the voice is coming from until you see a tiny little hand waving at you, and a gnome runs up and says, Adventures Guild number 3294. Yes, I have a message for you from your and he sort of looks around and he from your contact. He says
Leon.
this evening. Oh yeah, Leon. Yes. Okay, so you know. Okay, I wasn't sure if I had told you guys or not. Yeah, he said if you could meet him this evening at Timora's Blessing. It's a tavern in the Southern Wood, not too far from here.
Amora's Blessing.
Yeah, Timora's Blessing. If you want, I can show you where the Adventurers Guild quarters are.
Be fantastic.
Excellent. Follow me. And he scurries off really fast, running through the crowd. He's moving very quickly, even for somebody as small stature as he is. But you guys are able to keep up, and he sort of leads you through these winding roads, and you make it up into the through the trades ward and through the dock ward, essentially, and you see all sorts of like shops and houses and everything, and there's all manner of creatures here. And you walk for a good bit. It takes you a good part of the morning, but you finally make it all the way up into the castle ward. And here, this is where the houses are very rich and large, with expanses of land a little bit even in this deep of the city. And he leads you to a large building with y'all's symbol on the front of it. And he says, right, listen, this is your residence for as long as you need it while you're on mission. Only while you're on mission. If you're not on mission, you can't stay here. Understand? Perfect. All right. So in you go. The desk clerk will get you sorted.
Right. Thank you.
All right, thanks.
So you guys step in, and inside is a very ornate lobby. There's a hearth with a large fire going in it off to your left, and there's very soft and plump cushioned chairs off to your right, and then right in front of you is a long wooden desk, essentially, almost like, it's a concierge desk, essentially. And behind it sits a very tall, thin elf, and he is looking down at some paperwork and writing with a quill, and does not look up when you guys come in. And he just goes, Adventurers!
Yep.
Indeed.
Oh yeah, that's us.
Right. And he puts his quill in his ink bottle, and he says, step up. State your names.
Oh, I'm Carley.
Last name.
Carley.
Right, no last name. We'll put Smith. Just kidding.
No,
We don't do that.
I'm Carley.
I know. Calm down, Genasi. Next.
Aligrax Dendrian.
Right. Next.
Oliver Barford.
He leans over and sort of raises his spectacles a little bit and looks over them at you. Oliver Blackthorn. Got it.
Not so loud.
Right.
Why?
He writes that down. Next.
Rain Stormstar.
A Rain Stormstar.
Oh.
What?
That's my name.
A Rain Stormstar.
Yes, that's my name.
Okay,
You wanted my
right.
name, didn't you?
A Rain Stormstar. Got it. Right. You have rooms 124 through 128. They are on the second level. You can take the stairs to your left here, follow it up, and you will find your individual rooms. You may drop your gear there, and if you have any questions, you may come and ask me. Do you have any questions now?
I kind of have a question.
Yes.
Are the Adventurers Guild? This is out of character.
Sure, yeah.
Are the Adventurers Guild headquarters Is each one in each town like a Nurse Joy situation where that guy's kind of the same person every time?
Yes, it is.
Excellent.
Nice.
Yes, it is. I was very excited that you figured that out so fast. Okay. So yeah, the elf you notice looks very similar to the one that was up in Luskin. Was it Luskin? Yeah, up in Luskin. So very similar to almost to a T. But so he
Is the one in Luskin your cousin?
What?
Nothing. Nothing.
Anyways, here are your room keys. They don't lock or unlock the doors, as we have our own magical wards and nobody steals anything. They are just merely to mark the doors that you are using. If you are done with your room, please leave the keys in the non-usable lock, and we will take them from you and clean your room. If you are still using your room, do not leave your keys in the non-usable lock. Is that clear? Is that
I
clear?
can't bring my key. I can't bring my key to you.
Do not bring your key to me. We have protocol. Leave your key
I
in
wanted
the...
to.
What?
I wanted to ask you. Have you ever seen fish guys? Because we saw some fish guys.
Are there any other questions?
No,
Well, I
thank
guess
you.
not.
We're good. We're good.
Please use the stairs to your left. I just gestured to the right. You didn't see me though. Excellent. Please use the stair. Oh no, that would be correct for me then. If you have any further questions, you may ask, and you are welcome to stay here as long as you are on guild certified missions. Thank you. Have a good night. Good day, actually. And he basically begins to ignore you.
Lovely.
All right.
So you
Alright,
guys
well.
make your way over to the staircase. It's a very, very nice staircase. It's sort of gold inlaid wood, and it leads you up to the second floor. And essentially, it's basically like a long hallway with rooms on the left side and a balcony overlooking sort of like a courtyard that has, benches and tables and stuff down in there, with some trees and some pretty nice landscaping, a couple of shrubberies. And the rooms are all on to your left, and you sort of 1, 2, 3, 4, blah blah blah. Followed all the way around to the end of the hallway, you take a right, and your rooms are all the way in the back there. So basically, you guys have the day. He just wanted you guys to meet him in the evening. Probably you can surmise after dusk. So if there's something you guys want to do during the day, you're more than welcome to do.
Oh,
Roll that beautiful
hey,
bean footage.
hey, Aligrax. Hey,
What's up?
hey. Remember that shield and staff from the cave?
Yes, vaguely.
Yeah. Well, I have it. I grabbed it. It kind of seems a little special, but I don't know what it does. You want to take a look?
Right. Well, see that shield there? You hold it in front of you, and it blocks incoming attacks.
No,
and the
I
staff.
I feel something from it, like magical. But you're a warrior, so I don't know if you would know a little bit more.
Magical, you say? Well, let's take a look.
If you want to try and figure out sort of what the magic is, you can roll me an Arcana check.
Okay.
Yeah. Or can I just do a detect magic?
You can do a detect magic on it, sure.
Can I do an Arcana check?
Yeah, sure.
Because I just rolled really well.
Okay, yeah. What was your Arcana check?
Mine was a nat 20.
Okay, man. I gotta give
Yeah,
it to you.
yeah.
I gotta give it to you. So, upon closer inspection, you notice that while the back of the shield sort of has some smudges and not cracks in it, sorry, scratches, and the leather straps they're worn. They're not like badly worn or anything like that. The front of the shield, even though it had been in a cave for an untold number of time, is perfectly smooth. It reflects perfectly, and you can sort of figure out that, and I'm not sure this is exactly how Arcana works, but I'm going to give it to you because it's been 6 years. You see that this is a shield of reflection. This shield, if you're wielding it and you take damage from a melee attack, you're able to use the shield to have the damage and return a basic melee attack without bonuses.
Nice.
Very nice. Think it might be overpowered. Let's find out.
Righty.
I'm assuming
Okay,
you'll relay all that to Aligrax.
I'm just gonna say, I think it's something to do with like shiny and reflection. Yeah, something like that. What do you
Shield of
think?
Reflection. Well, I reckon it could be useful.
Oh,
don't-
nice.
I don't particularly often fight with a shield myself, but
Huh. I wonder if Rain or Oliver will want it. I don't do shields. I got magic shield.
if anything, we could probably find someone to buy it in Waterdeep.
All right. Can you look at this staff? I think there's something special about it, but I just can't tell at all about this.
Yeah, I'll study the staff.
All right, roll me. No. Do an Arcana check on it as well.
Canna, that's 19.
Damn, these are fucking good rolls.
All right.
So you look over the staff, and it isn't a single piece of wood. It's actually looks like vines that are all wrapped together, and there are small leaves coming off of it that are green. And you feel them. They're not made out of wood. They're actual leaves that are coming off of this staff. And with that excellent roll, you realize that this is a staff of rejuvenation. And with it, once a day, you may reactivate a spell slot you have already used. The spell slot can be half of your max spell level rounded up. So essentially, if you have a max spell level of 5, you can do reactivate a spell slot, a level 3 spell slot.
All right.
Yeah. So as of right now, I think you guys only have like first level spells, so you could reactivate first levels, and that gets relayed from Aligrax to Carley.
What did you say the action time of that is? Like, is it an action?
You know what? I didn't write it down, but yeah, let's call it an action.
Okay.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
then
So
sweet.
if you're in combat, you guys sort of decide who's holding on to what.
Well, I'm definitely holding on to the staff since I threw my other one out when I got that one. And the shield. Oh yeah, I don't need the shield. It seems pretty cool. Who do you think would want it?
consult with Rand and Oliver, and if they don't want it, then we can try to find someone to buy it.
All right, that sounds good. All right, so I guess we go to Oliver and Rain.
Okay. And you guys are just sort of chilling outside of your rooms, sort of waiting for everybody to gather.
Oh, hey guys, Aligrax and I were looking at these things we found in the cave, and this shield. We don't want it. It's like a shield of reflection. Reflection. That's it. It seems pretty cool. Does anybody want it?
Real quick.
Yeah.
Since we've checked in to the Adventurers Guild
Mhm.
area,
Mhm.
Oliver has not left his room.
Okay.
And it's not really something I want to address until we're done because I want to leave it on a cliffhanger. So Oliver's not there.
Oliver. Okay. So it's just
Oliver is in his room.
Okay, that's
so
fine.
it's just Rain. Okay. So yeah, I'd say all that to Rain then.
I'm like, no, not really. I don't really use shields.
Oh, all right. Maybe Oliver will want it, or we could sell it like Aligrax said.
I don't think Oliver quite in the way of using shields. So
Why?
I reckon
He likes shiny things.
he does indeed like shiny things, but he's also sort of the sneaky one of the party.
Oh yeah,
Not
he
lugging a
does.
shield around.
He does scare me a lot. He sneaks around, scares me. He's pretty good.
I will also tell you as a rogue, if you give me that thing, I'm going to sell it.
I figured as much. Yeah.
Well, I'm definitely gonna offer it to you for sure.
I'm not letting him. I reckon we try to sell it.
Yeah, sell it, add it to the party funds.
Indeed.
All right, I just oh, here you go, guys, and I just hand it over to Aligrax. Here we go. Well, we can do what we want with it. I got this sweet staff now. Got a vest and I got staff. This is a pretty good time we're having. Fish people, yeah.
So if you guys want to, you guys are north of the trades ward, but there are, businesses around if you guys wanted to try and go find, something to sell or something like that, or find something to buy if you guys needed to buy anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for like an armory shop or something that like deal in weapons and armor and shields.
Okay. A good way to do that is probably ask the concierge.
I don't like that guy. All right, fine. Go down to Nurse Joy. I'm gonna say, excuse me. Actually, I never got your name.
No, you didn't.
What would that be?
Pringles.
Pringles. Well, Pringles, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Good to meet you too. Now, what can I help you out with?
I'm looking for some sort of an armory shop, something that would deal in weapons and shields and armor and the such.
You're probably best off looking at Riotar's weaponry. It's down in the trades ward.
Taz weaponry.
Yep.
Lovely.
Just off the high road. God, this dude's voice is all over the place. Oh, God damn it.
Lovely. Thank you very much.
No problem. Anything else?
Oh, that's all I've got for you today.
Yes, quiet. Yes. And he goes back to writing in maybe his journal. I don't know. He's just writing stuff. Maybe he's writing his name over and over again. Pringles, Pringles, Pringles.
I'm gonna head in the direction of Riotar's weaponry.
Okay. You guys step outside. Oliver, are you sure you don't want to go with him?
Yeah, definitely. Very, very much sure.
Okay. You guys step outside into the hustle and bustle of the street, and you notice actually something you saw coming on the way in but didn't really give a good look was a enormous statue. It is a well-muscled but impassive male human with a sphere of stone floating above its right hand raised skyward. There is, he's dressed in fine clothes, and at the base of the statue is a large plaque that says "The God Catcher," and that's just sort of in the center of where a couple of different streets intersect.
That's interesting.
If you guys want to, you can roll a history check.
Sure, why not?
All
I
right,
wanna
go
do
ahead.
that too.
I'll give you a little flavor here.
Ooh, 19 plus 2. 21.
All right, that will do it. So you guys know that if you guys are in a group and one person rolls it, I'm going to tell one person, but you guys can assume he tells you if you guys want to expedite things. This is one of the 8 enormous statues called the Walking Statues of Waterdeep. They are scattered throughout Waterdeep to defend the city in times of great peril. There are many stories told, legends essentially, where under siege or a threat looms on the city, the 8 statues come alive to defend it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look at it and say, oh, I really wish I could see one of those things in action at some point. That's pretty awesome. What do you guys think?
I certainly hope we never need to.
Well, I guess you got a kind of a point there. But don't we like action?
Well, I like action. I don't like anything currently that level of response.
All right. Well, I still hope I see it someday. That's kind of on my bucket list, a giant fighting.
Maybe someday.
All right, so you guys make your way past the statue and you take a right, start to head south towards Trey's Ward. And you actually pass through a market that is there, but as you're looking at the different shops, it's all very, very fancy stuff. It's fancy clothes, it's like decorative stuff for houses, nothing really like armor or weapons or anything like that. It's all very civilian, civilized type stuff. So you continue, you continue down towards south. You pass another statue that reads "The Great Drunkard," and he's the unconscious pose of the statue and the tavern in its lap made the name of the Great Drunkard a natural fit. So it's a very large, pot-bellied man with that has a tavern sort of sitting in front of him with his legs halfway wrapped around it. And you continue south along the Street of the Sword, and you pass by another one called the Hawkman. It looks like a winged hawk-headed being, and thus locals call it the Hawkman. You guys make your way down south, take a left on Waterdeep Way, which connects into the high road. This is a real map. And you finally find yourself in front of Riotar's weaponry. There is a large storefront, glass cases behind barred windows that show brilliant displays of armor and weapons, just very, very fancy looking things. And there's a sign above it that it doesn't have any words on it. It just is a minotaur's head. It's a sign. It's not an actual head, just to be clear. It's just a sign. But you know this to be Riotar's weaponry.
Interesting. Now, question. Does Aligrax have any idea roughly what this shield might be worth? Did they kind of give me any idea of
Well, you
how
know
rare this thing is?
it is a magical shield, so it's not 100% common or anything like that. But I don't know if you'd be able to put an actual price on it.
Okay. All right then. Oh, let's go in.
All right,
I'm
you
gonna go
guys step inside. I'm assuming the rest of y'all. Okay, so
Okay.
you guys step into Riotar's, and there is just all manner of weapons: swords, shields, spears, some ninja stars. There's a couple of nunchucks off to the side that are dusty, and they're behind a case that say "breaking case of," and then there's just a dot dot dot. And at the very back, there is a sort of a bench desk, and a little bell goes off, ding 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 ding, when you guys walk in, and there's silence for a second, and then you hear a couple of rumbling steps, boom, 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 and out from the back comes a minotaur, and he is dressed. His head is almost scraping the ceiling, but he's dressed in fairly nice clothing. He's got a vest on, a button-up shirt, and he's actually wearing a pair of spectacles on his face. And he says, "Oh, hello there. Welcome to Riotar's. I'm Riotar, the Minotaur. How can I help you gentlemen today?"
My name is Aligrax. These are my companions here. We've recently acquired a rather fascinating shield, and we're looking for a place to sell it. So that's something you'd be interested in.
Well, let's take a look. Let's have it then. And he
I-
sort of holds his giant hand out, I don't know.
Gingerly hand over the shield.
Picks it up. Oh, blimey, that's a nice looking shield there. Never seen combat, huh?
Freaking not.
All right, well, let me, and he reaches underneath the desk, pulls out a hammer, and smashes it down on the shield 3 very hard strikes. And he looks at it, and there's not a mark left on it. It is perfectly clean. Shield of Reflection. Only seen a few of these in my lifetime. Not too bad, not too bad. Leather band's a bit wore out, that's not bad at all. Good scratch marks on there, it's fine, yeah. So you're looking to sell it, huh?
Indeed I am.
I could probably give you about 75 gold for it.
75 gold. Can I insight, see if he's trying to lowball me?
Yeah.
That is going to be 21.
All right. He seems on the up and up, but you get the suspicion that it might be a little bit more of a price push there. You know from dealing with merchants that usually they're all right for bargaining.
So I'm at that I'm gonna give a little bit of a chuckle. I'm gonna say, Rita, surely you know that you're lowballing me a little bit too much there.
He sort of snorts it. A little bit too much. Okay, fine. I can do 75 gold.
I believe that's the offer you opened with. No, I'm sorry.
Oh,
I
sorry.
can't
He said
possibly
70. Oh,
take it.
sorry. I was thinking of a different price point for you. Sorry.
Can't possibly take this for less than 150.
100. Sort of
Rita,
snorts.
you
Just
seem to
little
be a wise man. You know how rare a find like this is. This is something that you don't come across very often.
That's
If
true.
you get this in your shop, I don't see one of these in your shop. You come across this, you get this in your doors, you'll have people flocking to you. I can't imagine people would pay less than 300 a piece for one of these shields.
Well, now here's the thing. People aren't always looking out for shields and looking out to buy things. I gotta be able to turn a profit. 300's a little high to sell it at. I could.
Well, it's magic.
I understand
it's magic.
that, my little friend. But
Oh, what?
listen, I got baby minotaurs to feed, so I can do 125. How does that sound to you?
Tell you what. Actually, no. I like the sound of 125. I think you got yourself a deal.
Sounds good to me. And he reaches out his big, massive hand to sort of shake yours,
I shake it.
and it almost envelops yours just a little bit. You know, I know you're Dragonborn, but he's fucking Minotaur. So he shakes your hand and says, "Excellent, excellent. Well," and he pulls the shield down and he pulls up a bag and he dumps the coins out and he counts out in front of you 125 gold, and he puts it into a separate bag and hands it over and says, "There you go. No problems here."
Now, tell me, what do you have in the way of plate mail armor? for someone of my stature.
Plate mail armor. Yes, yes. Got a good shipment in of fine materials just the other day. Let me see. And he steps around the desk and comes out, walks over to the left side of from your entrance, the left side of the shop, and there's rows of leather, chainmail, everything, plate mail, and whatnot. And he steps up in front of some fairly nice looking plate mail armor. He says, "This right here came in fresh about a month ago. Haven't really had much interest in it. Looks like it might fit you right. You want to try sizing it on?" He pulls it off and lets you sort of handle it. Like, so if you want to like try the chest plate out and do it, yeah, it fits pretty well. And so he says, "How do you like it?" "Oh, you went quiet on me there. How do you like it?"
Hello.
"Right. So feel good? You thinking you want to go ahead and grab that one?"
I like the feel of it. What would something like this run me?
"Well, never been used in battle. Fresh off the block. 1,500 gold."
1,500. Yikes.
"Yeah,
Not
sorry,
bad.
that's the going rate. We don't really negotiate on prices there. I might be able to do something in used if you want me to, but I mean, 1,500's, fair price for it."
No,
I think I'm gonna be
understandable.
walking around the shop and touching things, and then stuff's gonna be falling over at this point.
"Hey,
Jesus
Oh,
Christ. Carley.
sorry. What? Oh, I'm sorry. It's so shiny. I like touching it.
don't touch anything you're not gonna buy.
Well, you don't know that.
Don't touch anything. How about that?"
All right.
Knocking over things.
Well, I think
in
I'm
the
gonna
shop.
keep doing that as Aligrax is trying to get his armor.
You're gonna keep touching stuff
Oh yeah.
in the Minotaur shop of weapons.
Yep.
You're gonna keep touching
Yep.
stuff. Hey,
Yep.
hey!
Oh, what?
Why don't you wait outside? You can't follow my
Oh.
rules. You wait outside.
Your rules are. I don't know your rules actually.
My rules are
What your
don't touch anything. That's my rule for you. I just told you.
rules? Okay, I'm gonna touch everything I can on the way out.
Alrighty.
I'm terribly sorry about my friend. He has some issues in the brain.
My brain's
Sick.
fine. I
Right,
poke my head in.
Step outside the shop.
Oh, hang on.
Right,
He's not
well-
quite out the shop yet.
I think I'll have 1 foot out the shop.
Not
'cause you
quite.
told me to step out. Okay.
Something's happening.
He's gonna attack me, isn't he?
He's gonna attack you. He
Oh,
definitely hits you. So he's gonna punch you in the back of your head as you're leaving, and he's gonna do some damage.
Well, I do have my reaction to shield, so I would like to cast that automatically. To try to help, so.
Let's see. Well,
Brings my armor class up to 19.
he still beat it.
I'm sure he did.
I'm
He's
sorry.
Gigantic.
He definitely beat it. So yeah, he punched you and did 16 damage.
Okay, so I'm almost dead.
Oh
Never mind,
shit, you're unconscious.
Yeah.
And the Minotaur punches Carley in the back of the head and oh no, and he puts a hand on his face and he's like,
I
"Oh,
think I
this
might be able to get that armor now.
oh no." "Hey, listen, I'm sorry about your little friend there. Hey, buddy." And he sort of nudges you with his foot. Hey, you okay? Hey, you all right? Sorry, man. I've got a temper, and I asked him to stop. Sorry about that. It's just, it's my stuff. It's my shop. Sorry about that. Yeah.
a little grossly out of order, but I think we can look past that for now. Unless, in any regards, unless your used pieces are significantly cheaper, I don't think it's quite in my price range today. But count on it, I shall be back.
All right. Do you need a hand with your little friend? I can get the guards over here. They know me.
No. We can definitely take care of them. Just keep us in mind. Remember us. I'll be back.
Yeah, I don't think I'll forget you. Sorry again about that. He sort of nudges Carley out the rest of the way of the door.
I'm
And
sure you'll find a way to make up for it.
yeah, I mean, I can lower the the price. I could give you a discount of down to 1,200 gold. Is that better for you?
I'll tell you what, we'll keep that on the table for next time I come in.
Yeah,
And
just come on back.
I'll put in a preemptive deal once I come back. Consider it bought.
You know what? I'll hold it for you. How about that? What's your name?
Aligrax Dendrian.
He goes back to his desk and he pulls out some paper, writes Aligrax Ardendrian, puts 1,300. He said 13 or 1,200?
12.
1,200. Sorry, guys. He writes 1,200 and he sticks it on the plate, on the armor plate, or the plate mail. And he says, "Hey, sorry about that again. Just don't let him touch my stuff. I'm sorry."
Understood. Well, we'll be seeing you.
Yep. Have a good one.
And you.
And you guys step outside. So Carly's unconscious in the street.
One night. One night in Waterdeep.
One night in Waterdeep. Carly's passed down the streets.
One night. We haven't even made it one night. We're still in the same day we arrived.
That's true. It is probably like mid-afternoon at this point after making your way up there and back.
Not even night.
So yeah.
You somehow made one night an improvement.
So what do you do?
Well, maybe let's make our way down to tomorrow's blessing.
There's only one person that can heal, just saying.
Oh, he had it coming. I'll carry him.
You're gonna
I'm gonna have to do some death saves here, so
you're gonna carry him.
How injured are you?
I'm 0 health.
Yeah, he's
Right,
exactly.
I'll throw him a cure.
Okay.
I actually have that.
Oh, that's right. You do.
Yeah.
Forgot you. Little ranger. Okay, so you roll a 1d8 and then add your spellcasting modifier to it.
So give him 6 points.
All right. I will give him 6. All right. So Carley, you come into consciousness, and you guys are probably right outside the shop still, and you see Rain standing, like kneeling pretty close to you, and Aligrax is standing over you with his arms crossed, and you come into consciousness.
Oh crap, that hurts. I got hit by him, didn't I?
Yep.
Oh, did you get your armor? I played that con a couple times. It's actually never worked.
I didn't quite get the armor, but apparently that punch was worth 300 gold pieces.
Well worth it.
Oh, sweet.
So
Oh god, this hurts. I'm sorry, can I have a little whiskey?
I'll give him a shot, yeah.
All right.
All right, I take a shot.
Take a shot of whiskey after suffering 16 points. Roll me a Constitution save, would you there, buddy old fellow?
I just killed you, dang it.
Okay, so I am 11 plus 4, 15.
Okay, so you're a little wobbly, but overall you're fine. You're tipsy at this point, but you're not full on drunk. We'll give you tipsy for now, because otherwise this whole thing's derailed.
Holy crap!
Oh man,
yeah,
that is some good whiskey. I haven't had it till now. I kind of just stayed away after watching you take it because you're a dragon and it destroyed you. But I'm doing pretty good. That's pretty awesome.
So do you guys want to head down to Timora's blessing?
Yeah, let's see why not.
Okay, Oliver, I sort of want to reconnect you with the group. Do you want to go ahead and head down there since it's getting close to dark? We'll just say it's getting close to dark.
Yeah, I'll meet up with him.
We noticed he's gone, right?
Yeah, you guys noticed. So Oliver leaves his rooms, heads down, gets some instructions from Pringles there, which I have Pringles on my desk. That's why his name is Pringles. I'm usually good at that. And so you guys meet up. You guys are just getting to Timora's blessing when Oliver walks up to you.
Nice of you to join us.
I probably I'm still probably not going to say anything. Just be real quiet.
Oh, hey buddy, I got hit by a minotaur and I almost died. It was pretty awesome.
I'm gone for not even 2 hours, and I missed that's great.
Yeah, I screw up my cons all the time. Sometimes they work, but this one never does.
I imagine it was pretty fun.
Yeah, until I almost died. Well, after that, it was funner, actually. It's pretty fun right now.
But he did manage to secure me a steep discount on some armor.
Oh, saving money is always a good thing.
Always. Anyways, let's make it to this tavern.
All right, so you guys are in front of a tavern. Night has begun to encroach upon the sky, and inside you can hear, loud voices, people talking, a couple of laughs, a little bit of music going on in the background. And where you guys are is pretty far south. You're not actually too far from the docks, probably just 6-7 blocks. There's a proud yet squat building right in front of you. It's a little bit better than the taverns you saw just off the dart, and it's crowded, busy, and when you step inside, you just see large crowds of people, just people everywhere. But what draws your attention is a group of people standing around the center of a table. You approach it, and you see a gentleman. He has short cut black dyed hair. He has a dark gray cloak that seems to blend in fairly well. His eyes are shining as he looks across the table at 3 separate dwarves. There are several tankards empty in front of him, and he seems to be looking around for another one. And he is playing what you guys notice is a game called Goblin Poker. And his stack is quite large compared to the others, and he's laughing and having a grand old time. The dwarves, on the other hand, look rather surly. One of them, as you guys approach, stands up, and he pulls out a small knife. Right, that's it! I'm tired of this blackguard cheating us! He's had it! You've had it! That's it! You're done!
I'm gonna kind of butt in, I guess. Whoa. That seems to be the problem here.
Hey, nobody asked you, Dragonborn! Get away
Well,
from me, this is our business!
Well, I asked you.
Oh, really? You in what army?
Behind me. 3 others. I gesture with my great sword. Tell me, do you think that dagger can hit the great sword?
I don't have to use a dagger to beat you. I can use my own bare fist with one of them tied behind my back and my left foot tied to my right and one eye taken out, given to my pal over here. And the other 2 dwarves stand up.
I look at him, pull out a length of rope, and I'm like, "You want to test that? Because I'd love to see it."
I sort of look over at you guys. Rain, roll me a persuasion check real quick.
17.
17. All right, so the dwarf sort of looks at you, looks over the 4 of you, and he's, sort of lowers his dagger a little bit, and he's like, "Listen, this blackguard here been cheating me, and I'm gonna have him for it, and I don't want you guys interfering with it. You understand?" At that, the half elf stands up and he says, "Now, listen here. Everybody calm down. Everybody take a deep breath. Now, I wasn't cheating you, fella, and you know that. I'm a good character. You're a good character. We were just having a good old game of goblin poker. All of a sudden, you wanted to run around about it. Now, if you don't like that, you can sort of help yourself to the door. How's that suit you?" The half-elf has like this gleam in his eye, and you notice he's been messing with a card in his finger, sort of like feeling it. And roll me a perception check, Aligrax.
He's gonna be 18.
You can see a very thin line of light that sort of encompasses the card, just along the edges a little bit.
We got ourselves a gambit here.
And the dwarves, look at the 5 of you, and they sort of look at each other, and the one with the knife sheaths it and says, "I'll see you again, half-elf. This ain't over by a long shot." They make their way to the door, sort of pushing through, and one of them bumps you with his shoulder, Aligrax, and the other one sort of brushes past you, Rain, and they make their way out the door. And the half-elf watches him go, and then he sits down, and now that wasn't all that bad. Why don't you fellas take a seat?
Gladly.
I'm your Huckleberry.
He sits down, he looks over at you guys. Now I can only imagine that y'all are looking for me. My name's Leon. It's good to meet you.
Pleasure is ours.
Now, Y'all must be Adventuring Guild number 38244578923 purple 6, huh?
More or less.
You know, before people leave the academy, they've usually named the group.
Yeah,
How
we're
do you
working
know
on
we
it.
didn't name it? Ah,
So
We've
y'all
had a
actually
few things.
set out with that name on you. You know what? We'll get into that.
I believe we were the courageous union of nomadic travelers.
Yeah, I still don't know about that one.
I don't think anybody knows about that. Let's here get y'all a drink, and we'll get into what we need to get into. How's that sound?
Sounds fine to me.
All right. And he waves over the bartender, orders a couple drinks, leans in. We'll get to it next week. Dun dun dun!
Hello, it's Andrew again. Thank you for hanging out with us. When it comes down to it, we're just a group of friends that get together, have fun, and we record it. Any show of support blows our minds. If you like the show, please head over to iTunes and give us a review. We would really appreciate it. You can also catch us on Google Music, Spotify, Stitcher, and TuneIn. Also, check out our social media at Last Nerds Earth on Twitter and Last Nerds on Earth on Facebook, Instagram, Reddit, and Patreon. See you again next week.